Let's talk about Baby Joe versus Jimmy Jarkin. That should be a good fight. Joe coming off a hard fight in his last PXC event, and this guy Jimmy Jarkins, as you said earlier, was dropping weight, first time fighting at 145.
Yeah, Jimmy Jarkins is an actual 155 fighter. This is his first time coming down at 145, so it's going to be a test to himself if he can really fight at this weight class. Baby Joe's been walking at 145. Feels strong. He's healthy. His condition's been really good. He's been working with the X-Men. It's a new group out there of fighters that call themselves the X-Men, and his cardio is incredible. His stand-up game has just been sharp. He's been working on his ground. With Jimmy, you know, he fought one of the guys that came to Guam a couple of months ago from BJ Penn's academy. The guy was winning 2 rounds. Kenan Cock was winning 2 rounds, and Jimmy caught him on the 3rd round for decision. And I think that this fight right here is going to be more of a cardio match than anything else. I mean, what do you think, Joe?
Now, conventional wisdom would tell you the guy that walks around at 145 pounds should be stronger than the guy that had to lose 10 pounds to fight at 145 and should have more energy. So he says cardio. That would work for Baby Joe's advantage.
Yeah, this is true. Baby Joe has great cardio and stamina. Most of Baby Joe fights have been won by submission. I'm looking at Baby Joe to throw a few good punches and go for a hard takedown and then set up for the submission.
So you both are in agreement that Baby Joe is has the advantage in this fight.
Has the advantage because he's walking around the weight class. But you know, you can't take anything away from Jimmy. Jimmy's a stand-up guy. He fights with Jake Shields, one of the best fighters in the industry right now. They train with Fairtech. So it's, like I said, it's going to be a cardio match because these guys, Baby Joe is an animal on the ground and also standing up, but Jimmy is an animal as a kickboxer.
Prediction.
I'm not going to make any predictions right now, but I can say it's going to be like Eli said, a battle of stamina down to the end. I mean, MMA is a great sport, and the possibilities are endless. So check it out.
Prediction? I'm going to have a good time.
I go with Baby Joe. Okay, now we're going to preview a fight that pretty much everybody knows. Chris, the Natural Duenas. Although he lost in his last PXC bout, he was in that 4-man tournament. He took a long time off, almost a year, to better himself in the mixed martial arts game, and as we saw him training in the last 2 weeks, he has become a little bit better in his stand-up and his Muay Thai.
Well, just a quick synopsis of what's been going on with Chris. He's been fighting out of his class at 155, and that's not his class. We've been telling that for a long time. Finally, he's been digging in deep and training hard, and now he realized that 145 is his class. Right now, he's walking around at 148. He's definitely going to meet weight. This is going to be his first time fighting at his weight class. And, you know, the guy that he's fighting is from Jake Shields from Fairtech's camp. This guy's a 5'9", 5'10". He's a tall guy. He's a stand-up guy. Don't know too much about him, but I think that this fight's going to be Chris's fight. The reason why is because Chris has a mean takedown. I mean, his takedowns is incredible. His ground and pound. I mean, that's the reason why they call him supernatural. That guy is just a phenom on the ground. I mean, what do you think, Joe?
Well, I've seen every fight Chris Duenas has been in. You're going to see a totally new fighter in Chris Duenas come PXC 10. His stand-up game is really improved big time. He's known for being a great ground fighter. He's got that down pat. But I think you're going to see a lot of kicks and a lot of punch from Chris Duenas before the takedown occurs.
Prediction.
I'm predicting Chris Duenas to take it.
Prediction.
It's hard for me to say. I mean, of course, I want a guy from Guam to win, but in my position, I can't really predict anything.
I go with Chris Duenas. Okay, now we're going to feature Jess, the Spider-Man Titano, taking on Albert, always bad Manners. Now, Manners came here via BJ Penn's Fight Academy in Hilo, Hawaii. He fought Baby Joe in his first match, and he lost here. A lot of problems outside the ring that contributed to that. But he's taking on a pretty tough Jess Titano.
Well, you know, the thing is, there was a lot of excuses. He said that he was jet lag, had a lot of court issues in Hawaii. So, you know, I'm definitely not going to take anything away from Baby Joe. So when I spoke to their camp and he said he wanted to come back and fight another local boy, I mean, the first name that popped up was Jess, you know, the Spider-Man. Now, what a lot of guys don't understand is Jess is fighting still out of his class. It's really hard to get Jess a fighter. Jess is about 125 to 130-pound fighter, but he's moving up in class, and also Albert Manners is moving back to his class because when he fought Baby Joe, he fought out of his class as well. So Jess is going to be about 5'5", 5 or 10 pounds lighter than his usual weight. But I think that this fight is a definitely important fight for Albert, because he's coming back to Guam. He's trying to get a win, but it's going to be hard, in my opinion, to get a win over the Spider-Man. Spider-Man has been training for so many years.
And how about the Real Joe Cruz?
I think Albert Manners is going to come out probably pretty strong, but the Spider-Man, Jess Titano, who's known for his groundwork, one word comes to mind when I think of him is combinations. You're going to have to watch out for some kicks and punches. You don't know when they're coming or how hard they're coming, but they're going to come. And I'm looking at Jess Titano to take this fight with Albert Manners.
Predictions?
I can't say, but it's going to be an awesome fight.
I go with Jess. When you think of Spider-Man, you think of, what'd you say, Albert Manners?
No, I think of combinations.
I think of Batman when I think of Spider-Man. Anyway, next. The main event of the evening. One-time Bumba taking on Ryan Arquizo. This one sells itself. Nobody needs to know the background, but we're going to give it to them anyway. It's going to be a good fight.
It's going to be a good fight. When you knocked out Ryan, like everybody knows, the first time they met, Ryan beat down Wenyu the second time they met. But we still don't know exactly what's their game plan. We all know that Wenyu is a stand-up guy. We haven't really seen him prove his ground. Ryan, he has knockouts too. He knocked out Matt Cooper a couple of Prevahals ago. Yeah. So this is still up in the air. It's going to be an exciting fight. I know those guys from the corner are going to come out swinging. They're going to try to knock each other out. So this, to me, is going to be the exciting fight of the night,
Joe Cruz?
Wenyu Bamba definitely he's got magic in his hands. He is mostly known for being a stand-up fighter, but I heard in an interview this week that he's been working on his groundwork, and Arquizo's got another thing coming if he thinks he's going to take him on the ground. Arquizo, on the other hand, he's a stand-up, takedown fighter. His groundwork is not top-notch, but he did take Wenyu down. But then again, Wenyu's coming off a loss, and a man coming off a loss is a dangerous man. So it could go either way, man. I'm not going to make any predictions in this fight.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a hard thing to make a prediction, because there's two ways you can go with this. A man that lost is a man that you own his heart, or a man that lost is going to come and definitely revenge his loss. I mean, it's really a toss-up for that fight.
Well, losing does build character, and in this case, if it built the character for Wenyu Bamba, he might have the edge. If not, it's going to be a tough fight. I think it's going to end in a knockout. Both guys from Guam, so I guess we wish them the best of luck. All right, thanks, guys, for being here. The Real Joe Cruz and Eli Monge, the Gorilla. Yeah, you want to thank the sponsors before we leave?
Of course, and before I thank sponsors, make sure at UOG, doors open at 6, fight starts at 7. Tickets, you can still get them at Guam Cell. You can get them at Hornet and also B&J Videos. Special thanks to Miller Lite, Guam Cell, Emily's Fine Jewelry, Premier Recycling, Cars Plus, Gatorade, and, of course, the best gym in the world, Contenders, right behind ITC. Don't forget and check them out from 5:30 to 6:30.
Thank you. And once again, doors open at 6. Fights go on at 7. I'm Brant McCreadie. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow. Same time, same place. Good night.